Hello, everyone. Welcome to our fourth episode of the Eagle Mountain Saginaw Athletic Showcase Show, and today we've got a great show for you today. You know, I tell you what, when you talk about the last several weeks, you know, doing shows on volleyball, tennis, and cross country, today we're going to get back to the nuts and bolts of what an athletic program is all about, and that's our junior high athletic program. And with me today, we're happy to have Mr. Steve Griffin. Steve's been in the district about 8 years in an administrative role, as well as 3 years in the athletic department. Steve, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I appreciate you being here. And, you know, Steve does a great job, and he's got a million different jobs. And one of the most important jobs that we have is with our youngsters, and that's our middle school program. Tell us a little bit about that program.
Thanks, Coach Barker. Our middle school program encompasses 5 middle schools. We play volleyball, tennis, football, basketball. We're introducing soccer this year. Of course, we run track and field in the springtime. And so it's the initial area for kids to get involved in our district, and we play every Tuesday night football and every Thursday night volleyball and basketball all throughout the year.
Tell you what, every night something's going on. Of course, you know, when I saw the 7th and 8th graders playing volleyball and football, you know, it was exciting, and it's amazing how many kids are participating in all of our sports. Tell us a bit about the league we're in, and I know you oversee that league as well as scheduling for all the games.
Yes, we play A, B, and C teams at our middle schools, so that encompasses a lot of kids. So in a volleyball team, you might have about 30 kids that are getting to participate. Not every school district has C teams. We participate and compete against Springtown, the 2 Azle junior highs, Lake Worth, Irma Marsh from Castleberry, and then our 5 middle schools make up the North Texas Athletic League. And so we run cross country against them, and just recently had our district cross country meet. In fact, 2 of our teams were the cross country district champions, and 3 of the individual medalists were from EMS schools. So we compete in a variety of events and sports, and usually play those teams. We have so for a long time.
We just completed our football season, just completed our volleyball tournament for junior high, and we'll talk about that with some of our coaches that are on later in the show. Tell us a little bit about, because we are one of the unique school districts probably in the state that actually starts athletics in the 6th grade, and you were instrumental in getting that started.
Well, it's actually 6th grade PE, but
That's
with
right.
an athletics focus, and we have another PE class called Lifetime Fitness, and what we have discovered is that having 2 PE classes benefits all students, as some students are not bent towards athletics and really don't want the competitive fire that many kids have in PE. So we have basically created 2 classes in which kids who are having a desire to get better at sports and want to play on our 7th and 8th grade teams can go. They dress out, they work out for about 32 minutes each day, and we have a rotation in which 3 days a week they're working on athletic development, skill, or speed, agility, endurance, a little bit of strength training, and then 2 days a week they work through sport-specific drills such catching passes, shooting baskets, hitting volleyballs, etc. And so we rotate that throughout the year. And so to this point in the year, we're I think at about week 11. We've gone through a rotation of football, volleyball. We're ending soccer this week. We'll start basketball next week, and we'll do that series throughout the year. We've had a lot of good parent feedback that their kids are excited about PE. Our principals are happy that kids are working, and that it's actually maybe even driving some better grades in the classroom and less discipline problems because kids have that connection with something of coaches who care about them and are trying to have them improve. Kids keep a journal of their personal records, whether it's how fast they ran a shuttle run or an endurance run or how many push-ups they can do, and they can see their progress. We incorporate a nutrition piece. We want kids to learn healthy eating habits and things that help them become an athlete and not detract about that. So each week in a journal, they write down bits and pieces of what it is to have good nutrition. They have challenges that they do at home, which they might incorporate their parents into. How many push-ups can you do, Mom or Dad, or how many sit-ups from there, and try to have something that they look forward to each day.
Well, as you and I have traveled around during the 6th grade periods, we have seen a lot of activity, a lot of journal activity, and our coaches have done a tremendous job. Last question, and this actually happens after the school days. The district, along with your emphasis, has put on enhancement of athletics and training and things like that. We've got some outside organizations that are coming in to EMS to try to help train our student athletes to become better people and athletes. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. One of the things that we're trying to help our students get exposed to are quality programs that are inside of our district. So many times parents have to drive off to be in club this or to participate in other elementary type activities that are of good quality. And so what we're trying to do is bring those activities to the district at a low cost that have quality coaches. And so we do that we've had 2 soccer programs through Liverpool and Fort Worth FC. Those have just finished up. They practiced at Saginaw High School and Chisholm Trail High Schools. We just finished up a 5-week, 3 times a week performance course, which is a individual athletic training for elementary and middle school kids. That was held at Wayside Middle School. We have plans to bring a 7-on-7 for younger kids, flag football in the spring, and we're all the time trying to find ways to make it easier on the parents to provide quality programs that their kids can participate in that ultimately will help our programs be successful.
Wow. I'll tell you what, it's a busy day for everything that goes on in the athletic department. And people just don't realize it really starts in that junior high age, 6th, 7th, and 8th, on forming not only athletics but attitudes towards sports and things like that. Well, Steve, you do a great job. I've enjoyed working with you, and I know that when the show returns, we'll actually start visiting with some of our coaches in the trenches every day. And so when the Eagle Mountain Saginaw show returns, we'll be back with some more middle school coaches. Welcome back to the EMSISD Athletic Showcase, and as Coach Griffin and I talked about previously, we're bringing in our middle school coaches today, which is really the nuts and bolts of our athletic program. That's where all the kids really learn the basics of athletics and competitiveness and things like that. So we're fortunate to have today on the show Kevin Martinson. Kevin's our men's coordinator at Highland Middle School there. And Kevin, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's been a banner year for your football program there. And talk a little bit about, first tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been at Highland, and then we'll talk a bit about your 8th grade and even their 7th grade football teams this year.
Thanks, Coach. This is my 2nd year at Highland. Spent a couple of years in Fort Worth ISD. Really excited to be part of the expansion to the athletic programs down at the middle school levels. And like you said, we did experience quite a bit of success. 8th grade this year, our A team went 8-1, winning our last 7 games. And then our B team at the 8th grade level went 9-0, finished undefeated, only allowing 32 points for the entire season. So we were really excited. Our kids played hard.
And I guess you play 9 games. When you divide 32 divided by 9, I'm not real smart. That's about 4 points a game.
Right.
That's pretty darn good.
We were really excited. Our kids played hard all year, had very little discipline problems.
Good.
And that usually happens with winning, so it's nice to see. Hopefully they're building momentum towards next year at Saginaw High School.
Now, who all helps you with the 8th grade football
It's
team?
myself, Coach Brian Reagan, and Coach Mike Bowling are the 8th grade. And then next to me I got Coach Nick Morgan. He's our 7th grade head coach. Jacob Peacock and Myron Mack are also our 7th grade coaches.
Well, sounds like you got a great staff. Now, Coach Morgan, beside you, you're with the 7th graders.
Yes, sir.
How different is it with the 7th grade versus the 8th grade? Because I'm sure they know everything about football when they get to the 7th grade. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's definitely a big difference because you come in with the 8th grade, they've got the year of experience, under their belt. With the 7th grade, you're teaching them the positions the first day, how to line up in the most basic formations. But they came a long ways. We started out 1-3, but our last 5 games they went 4-1. Turned a huge corner, and once you get people into the spots they need to be in, it just makes a world of difference. So.
Well, y'all have done a great job. And it's funny when you go and watch middle school kids, especially at the 7th grade level, you assume they know how to put on a helmet, shoulder pads, tie it up, pad. They know absolutely nothing. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir. You're putting on chin straps the first day.
So you have to be very patient at that level. But I tell you what, it is amazing the job that all of our middle schools coaches do with all of our programs. And you guys at Highland, obviously your record speaks for itself, but y'all do a tremendous job. And I guess, the work never stops for you guys. As soon as football's over with, what happens after that?
Straight from here, we're going back to Highland to start 8th grade basketball tryouts. So we got to cut about 60 kids down to 30.
Well, and that's unfortunate, but again, because of the gym space, coaching space, you got to probably eliminate a few, but I know that you guys will do that very well. And then after basketball, what happens after basketball?
We got about a week off, and then we head straight into track season.
Okay, so nonstop.
Very little downtime.
Well, we appreciate all the hard work you guys do, the success y'all have had at Highland, and again, we appreciate you being a part of our show. When we return, we'll have our women's middle school coaches. Volleyball season just concluded, as well as our tournament, and they'll talk about some of the success at many of our middle schools across the district. Welcome back to the show. We've gone from our men's football to our women's volleyball at the middle school level, and we're excited to have our Creekview staff here. Kelsey Stockstill is our 7th grade volleyball coach, and of course obviously helps with all the athletics at Creekview Middle School. Kelsey, welcome to the show.
Hello.
And I hear you're the 7th grade A-team coach. Now you've got 3 teams. I know football also has an A team and a B team and a C team. I know we call them a lot of different things to let kids participate, but from what I understand, you're the 7th grade A-team coach.
Yes, sir.
And you had a really, really good season, I hear.
We did.
Tell us about it.
We went 7-2. We were just behind Wayside and Springtown. That's the best we've done since I've been at that school. So they played really hard this year, and they did a great job.
Well, that's great. How did your other teams do? I know you've got, like I said, 6 teams, and every school has 6 teams. I know that I did a little piece on Miss Sisk, and she's quite entertaining and quite animated as she coaches. I know that they were, much improved and things like that. But how is the volleyball? Because I know how it is at Wayside, and I know you guys kind of feed into Boswell. Boswell's got a great program as well. But how is the volleyball at Creekview?
They had a really great season, like you said, this year. Our B team went 6-3, which was also awesome for them, and they actually moved up a couple spots in the tournament, and they finished in 2nd place in the tournament.
Great.
And our C team went 4-1.
And these are all the 7th grade teams, is that
Yes,
correct?
those were all 7th grade.
So the future is bright at Creekview then.
It is.
Now tell us how long you've been in the district.
This is my 3rd year at Creekview and my 3rd year in the district.
Okay. Were you somewhere before? Is this your first job?
I was not. This was my first job. I was
Alright.
very fortunate.
Oh, good. Glad to have you. Now, who do you have with us beside us?
This is Aralia. She's one of our 8th grade players. I had her last year as a 7th grader. She is awesome. We came to have her talk about our 8th grade team a little bit.
All right, tell us about the 8th grade team. Also, tell us a little bit about Coach Sis, because she seems kind of quiet, shy. Am I missing that? A little bit? Go ahead, tell us about it, though.
I mean, she's really supportive for our team, and she just helps us do our best. She's not really shy, but
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, I've seen her. No doubt. Tell us about how the team did this year, though, and the improvement and things like that.
our A team did pretty well. We were 6-3, and our B team was 5-4. So I'd say we did pretty good.
Now, what position are you? A setter or a hitter or a back row? I'm learning my lingo here.
I'm an outside hitter.
Outside hitter, okay. So you're going to be one of those that grows to be about 6'2" or 6'3", and just pounds it over for us.
Hopefully.
Now, it's interesting because I know a lot of our kids go to different high schools. Even at Creekview, y'all are kind of split between 2 high schools. Are you familiar, or do you know what high school you'll be going to?
I'm pretty sure I'll be going to Boswell High
Okay.
School.
Okay, well, just interesting to know, and I guess you're aware of the success that Boswell has, and are you continuing to wanting to play at the high school level?
Yes, I'd like to continue on.
Good. Do you play other sports as well? Because I know at the middle school level, we encourage kids to play them all. What other sports do you play?
Well, I'm trying out for basketball right when I get back, actually, and yeah, I'm hoping to make a good team.
Well, good. We're glad to have both you guys on, or ladies on our show, and we wish you the best of luck with basketball tryouts and the rest of the year. And Ms. Stockstill, we appreciate all the hard work you do, and all the coaches in our middle school level of touching kids' lives and also coaching the basics and things like that. So when we return to the show, we're going to talk a little championship 8th grade volleyball as well as tournament play with our head volleyball coach at Wayside Middle School, Ms. Kelly O'Hara. Welcome back to the show, and I'm excited to have with us our Wayside Middle School volleyball 8th and 7th grade head coaches. Kelly O'Hara, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And Kelly, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you've got a lot of great experience as well as had a great 8th grade season for our women.
We did. We had a great season this year. We went 7-2. We lost 2 games overall. We ended up second in district and second after the tournament. I'm Kelly O'Hara. I've been teaching and coaching 13 years. Started at the high school level, moved down to middle school, found my home at Wayside, and plan to be there for a very long time.
Now, what high school did you coach at?
I'm in Dallas, Oak Cliff.
Okay, that was a great experience, I'm sure. You've done a great job, and again, I know you coach multiple sports like all of our middle schools, so what's the next thing?
Straight into
Straight
basketball.
into basketball, I hear you. And then do you do something in the spring as well?
Track.
Okay, and most of our coaches kind of do that, except for our soccer, cross country. And again, you may want to talk a bit about the cross country. Didn't y'all have a great cross country finish?
We did. We had first overall in girls, 7th grade. Tia Algaria did awesome, got first place. She did wonderful.
And then the coaches for the cross country there at Wayside?
Coach Adams and Coach White.
Yep, so they did a great job.
They did.
And again, when you win the district, you did something right. Now, who do you have beside you here?
Cassie Bradley, 7th grade volleyball coach. I'll let her talk about herself.
Cassie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I have been coaching, starting my 7th year, all here at Wayside, all in the district. This is the first place I landed, so I plan to be here for a while. We had a great year. We went 9-0 in district. We went 13-0 overall. We lost 2 pool play games, but won the bracket play and then won the district tournament championship.
Yeah, that's really neat. You know, the great thing about you all, and I've seen both you ladies at some of the high school volleyball games and things like that, y'all work together pretty well with our high school, and of course Coach Anderson and Raphael and Joy and of course Coach Pritchett, who was actually at Wayside when we started the year. There's a lot of connection between your program and their program. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. We work very closely. We help out as much as we can. Most of our athletes go up to Boswell, so it's good to see them go to the next level and play, and we like being involved. So we both have no life besides athletics. So
well, I hear that. Well, and what I understand, I don't want to pry in your private business, but aren't you fixing to maybe get married? Maybe,
I
or something like that?
I am this summer.
Congratulations.
Thank
Well,
you.
that'll be neat. Well, we appreciate the job you all do, and I know that Boswell had a great year, and I know that in all of our high school athletics, it all really starts at the middle school level, and y'all train them with the basics to try to promote them and to get them up to the high school level where they can perform and get all the recognition like our Boswell volleyball team got this year. So we appreciate and we recognize all the hard work you guys do.
We have really good kids, I'll say at
Yes.
Wayside. We are lucky and blessed with some really good kids.
Well, we got some good coaches, as you all portray every day, and so we appreciate the hard work you guys do. And when we close out the show, we're actually going to go on site to Prairie Vista. Prairie Vista had an undefeated 7th grade football season, and so we're going to close this segment out, and then when we come back to the show, you'll see me outside in the wind at Prairie Vista Middle School as we conclude our Eagle Mountain Saginaw show. All right, here we are at Prairie Vista Middle School, and I'm honored to be here and be able to visit with the men's coordinator, Ben Huddleston. Ben, welcome to our show. If you notice, Ben's wearing a little bit of a cowboy hat, and it looks like you've been cooking all day. Ben, tell us what you do every day.
Well, today was an unusual day. We cooked 16 briskets for the football team. We had a successful year with our 7th and 8th grade. The last 3 years we've cooked for them after the football season. The kids pitch in and pay a little bit, and we go buy food, and then I got a big smoker outside, and we grill. The kids love it, so that's what we did today. So we're just finishing up with the cookout. A little bit about the season, 8th grade wise. We were 6-3. We finished 6-3. We had 2 very close games that we lost. One to Lake Worth was by 2, and we lost to Springtown by 4. And then Highland beat us pretty good. Those were our 3 losses. Finished the year strong, 6-3. The kids played hard. Very good group. Looking forward to seeing them in high school next year.
Now, I know you're looking really forward to seeing that 7th grade group become 8th graders. Tell us a little bit about who you got beside you, as well as a little bit about the 7th grade. And we'll let him tell about the 7th grade season.
Yeah, this is Dean Kilman. He's our head 7th grade football coach.
Dean, you had a pretty good season, it sounds like.
Yeah, they did. Kids worked pretty hard. They had a great season. I've been doing this for a few years, and it's probably one of the better groups I've had in a while, seen in a while. They come to work every day, did everything we ask of them. There really wasn't a lot that that we didn't ask them to do that they couldn't do. We put on a lot of stuff throughout the year, and finished strong. Finished 9-0. Like I said, they had a real good year. B team did pretty good as well. I think the total between the A, B, and C, we lost 2 games all year.
Wow.
And both of them was on the B team, and they were real close games. Lost 8-6 on one of them, and 8-0 on the other one. And so can't complain. They, like I said, I pretty happy to be around them and enjoyed them. And like I said, it was whatever we asked them to do, they were more than welcome to to jump right in and do anything we asked them. Couldn't ask any more of them.
Yeah, and I hadn't been here just a few months, but is that the first undefeated season that y'all have had here at Provost, or have you had a few?
We've had a few. Last year we were undefeated on the 8th grade team.
Okay.
I believe that's our first year to be undefeated 7th grade A team.
Cool.
We've had some B teams,
Congratulations.
and last year our 8th grade A team was undefeated, but I believe that's our first year 7th grade
Well,
A.
tell us a little bit about it. We've talked a bit about it on our show about how quality of coaching staffs we have in our district. Ben, how long have you been here at Provost?
Well, the school's 8 years old, and I've been here all 8 years. The first 2 years I was an assistant, and I've been the coordinator. This is now my 6th year as the coordinator.
Okay.
This is actually my first year here at Prairie Vista. I have been teaching and coaching for 17 years, but I spent the last 7 years over at Northwest. Like I said, this is the first year. Happy to be here, excited to be here. Look forward to working with these guys and the kids that we got coming up.
Well, I tell you what, y'all do a great job. I have noticed too. One last question. Coach Peters there at the high school, and I know he works with Prairie Vista as well as Highland, and I know y'all do a lot of things for the high school teams. I've noticed on the sideline you have an interesting job on the sideline. Tell us what you do on a varsity game, Coach Huddleston.
Well, I'm the board holder.
Board holder, yeah, I noticed that. Okay, can you
hold up
now the
different
season's over
pictures?
with? Can you tell us some of the secrets of the pictures on the board? Like I've seen a picture of myself on that board.
Well, I hate to hurt your feelings, Coach Barker,
Come
but
on, dummy signal.
the pictures actually don't mean anything.
Okay,
the
those are all dummy
colors are
signals.
what mean things.
Well, we won't spread that news out too much to our opponents, but anyway, I'm sure they'll change it next year. But anyway, y'all do a great job. Hey, you had a great season. Y'all do a great job here at Prairie Vista. We look forward to basketball season, which I guess has started right soon,
Coming up,
and then
we'll
before you
start.
know it, it'll be track season and things like that. I guess for the middle school coaches, your year never ends.
It never ends. We start basketball tryouts in the morning, actually.
All
So.
right. Well, y'all do a great job again, and congratulations on a great season, and appreciate you being a part of our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.